The purpose of this video is to walk through with you how to do totaling or aggregating queries. A good example of this would be if I wanted to count how many customers were in the United States. Without using a totaling or aggregating query, I would do it like this. Select company name from customers where country equals USA. So if I run that, it will tell me how many there are. Here it says showing rows 0 through 12, so there are 13 total. And that wasn't terrible. There is a more efficient way, and that is that I can use an aggregating function. So aggregating basically just means totaling in this case. And if I want to build a totaling function, there are 5 of them that I can use. They are count, sum, average, min, and max. So in this case, I want to use the count function. I can't really sum a company name because it's text, but I can count them. So I'm going to put in the word count and surround company name with parentheses. So now it says select count of company name from customers where country is equal to USA. And if I press go, I see that there are 13 customers in the United States. What if I wanted to know how many customers there were in every country? We can modify our query just a little bit to show every country. So to start with, I'm going to get rid of my where clause because I don't want just the United States. I want every country. And now let's add the word country to our select. So select country and the count of company name from customers. Now there's a rule that goes along with totaling functions. So whenever I use a totaling function like sum or count or average or min or max, any of the fields that are selected that are not being totaled must be grouped. So I have to add a group by and put in the word country. So if I'm not totaling it, then I have to group it. So there are 2 fields here. One is being totaled, one is being grouped. Now we can run our query. In this case, you can see the companies, they're listed in, or sorry, the countries, they're listed in country name. And then we have the number of customers in that country. Let's modify this just one more time. Let's also add the order by. And we can add order by count of company name. And if we go again, and oops, that's going smallest to biggest, so let's do it by descending order. Now we can see that almost all the customers, or the most customers, are in the United States, France, Germany, Brazil, United Kingdom, then Spain, Mexico, and so on. Can I rename count of company name? So here I said count of company name as company count, and then I can also order by company count down there. So once I've renamed it using the as keyword here, I can then order by it down here. And we get the same result. Now let's do something a little bit more complicated. What if I wanted to know the total sales by country? So this is a little more complicated because the country is in the customer table, but the sales information, the unit price and quantity are in the order details. So I can say select country, and then in this case I don't want count, but I want the sum of quantity times unit price, and let's call that as sales. Now there's a problem, and the problem is that it's not all just in the customer table, so I have to do some joining here. Inner join to the orders table on customers dot customer ID equals orders dot order ID, and then we're going to inner join again to order details on orders dot order ID equals order details oh no, I see that I made a mistake. So right here it says I'm comparing the customer ID to the order ID. Those will never match, so this join would not work. I would get 0 records. Whenever I'm doing a join, not the field name per se, but the contents of the fields, of the two fields that you're joining, have to be the same. So customer IDs, there has to be some field in the order table that represents the customer ID. In this case, it's actually customer ID. So there I've got that. I've got group by country, and we're going to order it by the sales descending. So what this will show me is sales by country. Let's go. Here you can see sales by country in descending order. Just as an aside, if I added the order date to this, it's going to get very ugly really fast. And the reason is, so I added country and then order date's not being totaled. So because I'm grouping on the order date, there are only 1 or 2 or 3 orders on any given day. So look what it does to my output. It got really long really fast. If you're getting too much output, think about removing a field and see if that will narrow the scope of your output.